Loppers and my loppers, and today we're tackling the 6 feet tall Loropetalum. We're going to take these from about this high to this high. Watch the video and we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, I had to get after it pretty heavily. There were a lot of very woody stems, and what I found is that this cut I had to make right here. This branch had actually grown into another branch right here, and that actually become one. So I was able to cut this branch, but I can't get my loppers through that one, so I'm actually going to have to resort to a Sawzall. Fun times. As you can see, some of these branches are as thick as my thumb. That's about 1.5 inches, and that's as thick as I want to go with the loppers. So this is my Porter Cable Sawzall. I'm going to use this to cut the limb. I need a new blade, and that made quick work of it. The other issue when you get a bush this large is that you will start getting these sucker bushes like this that are well below the weep line of the plant, and I've had to cut this back a few times. And there's another larger one here. It's at the base of the tea olive. It's a good time right now for me to go ahead and clean these out, and I'll take care of that later on. Now that we have all of the Loropetalum cut down to a reasonable size, the ligustrum and the tea olives are next. I'm not going to be as aggressive on pruning those, but on this one I still left a lot of leaf tissue. I had to be pretty aggressive to get those down around the same height. There were a lot of branches that were growing in. I think I'm probably going to take this one down a little bit more, maybe another inch or so to get below this V. Actually, I'm not going to do that on this one. This one, there's still some foliage that's left on it, and the last one, there was still some that's left on it as well. So at this point, I'm done with the Loropetalum, the aggressive trimming, and I'll start raking up and cleaning up after I trim the tea olive and the ligustrum. The tea olives trimmed to the height and the thinness that I like them. The next one is for me to trim the Euonymus. I was calling, it's actually a Cholipo variety, but what you want to do is you want to prune these shrubs in the off season when they're dormant. It's best to prune them, but the best time is late winter or early spring. So I do have some new growth on this, so I have to I've got to trim it. It just looks ungainly. So what you want to do is you want to cut off the ends of the main branches, which are these these right here. You want to cut off the ends, and then you actually do a selective pruning. So when you're pruning, you want to remove any competing branches or dead branches or suckers that are low to the ground, like this one is a sucker and the other one's a sucker as well. So it's about 3.5 hours later. It's a good day of work. It made a huge improvement to the facade of the house, even though it looks kind of scraggly. Most of these plants are very rapid growers. In about a month, I'll have tons of new growth, and the tea olives will be blooming. And before you know it, I'll have to trim them again. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it.